An earthquake measured at 6.0 has struck Istanbul in Turkey. Our correspondent there, Orla Gorin, says buildings have been shaken today. She had to run from her apartment, in fact, and I spoke to her a short time ago about what she experienced.
I've been living here for 6 years and I have felt previous earthquakes inside my building, and it has tended to sway a little for a few seconds and then settle. Now, what I heard and felt this morning was very, very different. The building really started to shake quite violently, and I could hear a sort of a rumble. And I must say, standing there, I was waiting to see the walls cracking around me. But fortunately, that didn't happen. I left the building quickly along with all my neighbours. Here in my district, which is in the European side of Istanbul, people were running out of buildings, gathering in the streets, being careful, Christian, to stand away from the buildings themselves. And there was a degree of shock that was very visible. I saw one woman who was in tears. People were calling relatives, getting calls from relatives, checking to see if they were okay. And the big quake that you mentioned, 6.2, was the main one, but there were two smaller ones recorded before that. And in fact, just in the last few minutes, I was briefly back inside my building to collect some equipment. And as I stood inside the doorway, I could feel another aftershock. Now, it was much less than what we had felt previously, but it appears that the city has been fortunate, if I can put it that way, because these quakes and aftershocks were in the Sea of Marmara, which is off the coast of Istanbul to the west. So it wasn't actually inside the city, and that appears to be why we do not have any reports at the moment of injuries or deaths or of buildings collapsing. And if that had happened, we would certainly know by now, because the system here is quite quick and efficient, and the Emergency Disaster Agency would put out notifications very fast. So it appears as if the city has had an escape this time, but of course it renews the fears that people here live with, that the big one could be coming at any stage, and there will certainly be more fear here now of that happening.
All going there for us in Istanbul. 2 or 3 quakes that were felt, but the Interior Minister saying in the last hour that there have been more than 50 recorded through the course of the day. So certainly that will put nerves on edge in Turkey's biggest city. You're watching BBC News.